I said it 2 weeks ago, then I now repeated it last week. I also copied it in the WhatsApp, the questions in the WhatsApp. So we just want to hear people's perspective or opinion, and not just the book aspect of you. Okay, now definitely the book knowledge, but it needed to be translated to what you have been doing, story point and what have you. So if anyone can share what they found out, or what they think we said, or what is story point, particularly relating to agile. And then we said what's the second one again? Let me see. Relative estimation. I know. Okay, what is story point? What is
Oh yeah.
um
Uh, uh, I didn't remember relative um, estimation. Yeah, you mentioned it. I even jotted it down. Frankly speaking, I didn't go back to it. Just check up on it now.
okay. So should we say that cannot be discussed today, or how do you go about that? So what is the story point and how is this used in Agile? What is estimation in Agile? And talk about relative estimation. So all these concepts are what a Scrum Master should be able to help the team to know what is a story point, what does it mean, what does it mean, and then when you enter an organization, what
Yeah.
is story point? Yeah.
If I may say about the relative estimation, I think it's what I also thought it could be. Relative has to do with comparison. There must be something relative to each other, and that has to do with the tax. So when you compare tax, you have the tax to be done. You compare it, not just giving them a particular value, but you look at the tax, what it takes in comparison to the other tax. Then that will help you to know the approach you will use.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for yeah. Just as relative here, you've jumped to relative estimation. You are estimating in relative to a particular known item. In this case, we're talking about user story. So if we take it from the top, user story is a unit of measurement in Agile. The unit of measurement on measuring our user story, PBI, tags, or whatever you bet, mainly user story. And this measurement takes recognition of um, the risk, the complexity, and the amount of work involved to get that user story to a to to our definition of done. Kanban we say true throughput. So we don't want to go the there are many concepts there that can be brought out, because we have some team they try to now say, okay, story point is equal to when you have one story point is equal to have this work and blah blah blah. But in the real sense of it, story point are just arbitrary numbers given to our stories to for them to assume a life. They don't really mean that they must be done within a particular time. That's why it's bigger than time. It's small. It takes care of the complexity, risk, um, the unknown. You factor in the unknown and also the time. Whereas if you are talking about time, you are talking about 1 day, 2 days. That's just time. What about if something happens? We didn't have to take the number two days. So that's what story point is all about. And there has been this long talk about story point versus time. And now they're not shifting to either story point, time, or value point, not story point. There's this talk going on LinkedIn now that story point is becoming outdated or something, some school of thought. Now why can't we have value, is it value point or instead of story point, why can't you say but all those things are just neither here or there. For me as a Scrum Master, just to help your team, to guide them through, to say, okay, how are we delivering on value? So like I said, story point is a unit used in Agile to measure our user story. So the common all the famous technique, is it technique now or approach, is a Fibonacci sequence or series, which starts from one or in some cases zero, but which there should not be zero. If it's zero, then why do you have it in your product backlog? You're not going to do anything on it. So I used to argue with my line manager over the time that you cannot have a story. You cannot have a story. She said it's just a delete, just to check if the delete button is there. I said no. Even that checking is something you are spending time to check. So at the worst, can we give it 0.5? She will grumble. I say okay, 0.5. You cannot bring any work into your pro backlog that is estimated at zero. That means it's no work. It's not supposed to be looked at. So you have 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, and then there's a new version of the Fibonacci sequence that goes 1, 3, 5, 8, 13, 13. Is it from 13 then goes to 20 or something like that? So the number that we're giving doesn't mean that you must do it. The one of 13 story point will take longer than the one of 8. Naturally, it should, but that doesn't mean. That's why it's just an estimate. And we're not going to estimate. So estimation is just giving a number. Estimation in Nigeria is a process of just to predict. Then go back to the effort, complexity, and the time needed again. Is something that is just something like story point. So when you're estimating, you are giving story point. It's just is the while estimation is the act, story point is the number or something like that. And then we have different kind of estimation. Maybe you have t-shirt sizing, you have number, yeah, you have story point, you have bucket sizing, you have there are different type of estimation, but the popular one again is story point. Then t-shirt sizing can be used to estimate larger work item, like epic. In some cases we have capability. So our capability in my place of work, our capability is estimated in year. So you can work a capability for 1 year. You break it down to epic. Epic is epic is every quarter. So then under the epic, you now have your user story, which is like every sprint. Then we talk about relative estimation. Just as you have said, relative estimation is comparing work item to a particular. So we start with a known work item. a known work item that everybody agrees that this is equal to this story point. So typically they want to use 1, but it could be 5, it could be 3, but we all know that this is a 5, this is a 1. Everybody agree. So we now bring each of the work that we want to do one by one and now compare it to that one. So based on what we know about this other story, what do you think this will be? So based on that one, so if our baseline story is not 1, maybe it's 5. So that one can be less or more. But if it's 1, then definitely it's either 1 or more. So that's just relative estimation in a nutshell.
Yeah. Did you say baseline? The baseline
Yes,
could be a standard point, measuring point.
yes, a standard one. Well, maybe we have a story that we use as a baseline, as a standard this thing that okay, maybe the story that we all know we have done as a team, every member of those voting and listening, we know what it is to develop a search button or delete button, and which we have given 3 story point, and everybody's clear on that. So we can now use that as a base to now bring in other stories. Or we can use when what we are doing, we can use our base to be study the Scrum guide. We all know that to study the Scrum guide, typically should take at least 1 story point effort, because 1 day to study the Scrum guide can take 1 day. It's just 14 pages. We all agree on that. So we now use that as a base and now say, okay, what other things? So the next thing that we want to know, the agile values and principle. We now say, based on what we know, based on our knowledge of the Scrum guide, what we know, and we've assumed 1 for it. What do you think? How do you think you will rate knowing the agile principle and agile the agile manifesto? You now say, okay, if we can use 1 day to do Scrum guide, agile manifesto, there are only 4, but it can be more, it can be a little bit tricky. Then we have 12 principles. So if we use an additional 1 story point for the first 4 manifesto, and we have maybe two story point based on our knowledge of the Scrum that we have already done. You can now say 3 story points relatively. That is how agile estimation should be done typically, but I've never been to any team where it's done like that. Everybody just come in and we just assume a number. We just tell the people in charge to give a number to it. So, but basically, agile is about relative estimation, and there's no absolute, because it's just all are just estimates. They are just prediction that okay, this can happen based on our efforts, our complexity, our risk, and the unknown. And the units are kind of abstract. They are abstract. So it's the more you try to understand it, the less you just model it up for some people, because they're kind of abstract. And that's why some school of thought are now saying this abstract thing that's giving everybody the headache. Why can't we just work on value rather than story point? Why can't we say the value points of each of the tags? But again, when it comes to that, they don't even know which one. What's the value the story point is bringing? Because along the line, if you say this is the value you attach to it, what about if some other things come out of it? So you just keep going. That's why they say Scrum or Scrum Guide, or it's easy to um it's easy to is it easy to understand, but difficult to implement, or easy to read, but the 14 pages that they are in can be translated into thousands of pages, depending on what perspective you are coming from. So again, we should just go and do our own research on those things and even more. So we can bring up more as we read, bring up more concept as we look around, and then let everybody discuss.
Okay, so may I also ask you've mentioned that the baseline. I love that word, baseline story point. That baseline, as I see it I see it as a standard story point, and I think it will differ based on the very company organizations that are using them. So every company or every establishment will have their own baseline because it's
So
not. Yeah.
so like I said before, there is no organization that I've worked in that they're using that this thing. They're using the baseline, and it's not even going to be per organization. Is supposed to be per team. It's not going to be per team, and it's not even going to be per team. In some places where I say it's going to be per sprint. It's going to be per. It's going to be per sprint. So the baseline is going to be in this sprint. We are looking at developing the back end, but we've worked on some item before that resembles the back end, or we've worked on the front end or one of the items. So the items on the back end, search button, um, welcome page, landing page, and all those kind of thing. We now say, okay, we've done one of these kind of things before. Everybody knows it, or even if you've not done anything like that before, we kind of look for um a story that everybody understands, everybody know, everybody we've done before. So it could be anything for any team. It's not. I don't think it's organizational. Something is team. Just like I said before, I've not seen where it's being used. It's being used like that. Yes, Vincent. Thank you for bailing me out.
All right, sir. I just want to add to that. So maybe I can use another way to, talk about story point. Normally, let's look at it this way. It can be synonymous to saying how long will it take you to reach a particular point. Let's say you want to move from point A to point B. So technically, you want to see how many minutes or how many hours it will take you. So if you are moving from London to Heathrow, maybe it takes you 1 hour, right? And someone else is coming from maybe, I'm not quite sure, I'm not familiar with cities in London, but let me say you are now moving from Manchester to London. And that is another position, another destination, right? So we can say we know already that London to Heathrow takes 1 hour. This is baseline. It's like, this is the baseline because we know this is how long it will take us to move from London to Heathrow. So now we are not too sure. Now we have another destination, maybe Manchester to London or Manchester to Edinburgh. So now we want to compare. Can we say it's going to take us 1 hour to finish or to get to this destination? Or can we say it's going to take 45 minutes or maybe 1 hour, 20 minutes? So I believe this is what, in another form that I can twist it. So, and talking about, moving from one point to the other, it's not a general thing. Maybe it's just a group of athletes that are trying to bike from a particular location. So it's like a group. So when you bring it down to developing a product, it's more like I want to build a cup. How much effort will my team put into this. If you bring the plastic, is making the rubber, someone else is bringing color. So how many story points will it take? Let's say we have 3 to build a cup, and we call that the baseline. Now we are trying to build something similar to a cup as well. So we want to compare. If we are building this type of cup this time, are we going to use 3 story points, or are we going to take more story points, maybe 4 or 5, to develop that particular point? So you can see that it's not about the organization. Even if it is a different organization and they are still trying to build the same product, and it still depends on the team who is handling it. If this team are probably faster, or they are spending more time, or they are going to need more resources, they will spend, lesser time. But an organization or another team that doesn't have as much as, the hands that we build this thing. Let's say, for instance, the first organization has 2 BAs, they have, what's it called, 4 developers. You can see that if all of them are working at the same time, they can actually use 1 story point, do it. They won't even spend that much. So if I'm not, mixing things up too much, because I'm trying to remove the technicalities and, bring it down to the real, development thing, not just the theoretical part. So, Mr. Henry, I hope I've been able to, shed more light and not confuse them more.
No.
If there's anything to add to that as well.
That's very instrument. That's very useful. That's very useful.
So look at the story point here, which, although, like I said before, I am not cool with 0. If it's 0, that means we've already done it. It doesn't need to be. So if this is what we are trying to build all of this, and then we have successfully built a car before that has a 5-story pointer, that could be our baseline. That could be our base. Then now we want to build a scooter. We now say, based on the car that we've built, what is the story point of building a scooter? It's going to be lesser than building a car. Or if you want to build an aeroplane, and then we now say, we built a car before, what do you think the story point will be to build an aeroplane? It's going to be more than this. Or we can have one as our baseline of tricycle. What kind of tricycle is this one? Say? This picture is this picture is not take picture.
It's scooter, actually. Scooter.
This one, this number
tricycle.
1. It's not.
The number 1, it's scooter.
This is a scooter, not not a tricycle.
It's
So,
another type of scooter.
Yeah. So we can use this. Say, okay, we've built this before. We all know this. Based on this, what will be the effort that we take to build the car, to build this, and then we know that definitely it will be more, because scooter is smaller. And then if this was our story point, was our baseline, we've built a truck before. Now, say, based on this, how long will it take us to now build a scooter? Or mind you, we're not talking about just the length of time. We're talking about everything that makes it. Just like Vincent was saying, even people running, you can say, okay, if it take me 1 hour to run from point A to point B, what about if you now set out and you got yourself injured along the way? Or you set out and rain start to fall. Or you set out and then there's traffic on the road. So all those risk, uncertainty are now built in to bring about what we call story point. If you're just talking about time, just say 1 day, 2 days. So just like we've seen here, less than 2 hours, half a day, up to two days. So some organizations have assumed this. When you say there's 1 story point, less than 2 hours, right? What gives you that impression, that solid this and that? If it's all the 1 story point, we take less than 2 hours. No. So 1 story point might take a few days. By the time you start to unbundle what is in, you will not find out, we didn't estimate this very well, or even we estimated it very well, but the work therein is more than. So, but again, I don't want us to take this too much. Every team that I've worked on, they don't story point or this thing, it just fly by. It just fly by. I want to believe we will not be working in an organization that will, even if they say that, so it's just a matter of, okay, looking at all your ticket and fall in line with what the organization said. Like where I work, one story point is half days work, two story point is I think that range as well, between half day and this thing. You have three story point, then five story points will be like a week for a few days. Then the highest one that they take in is 8 story points normally. So that's what it is. So let's quickly jump to what we have today. So how was our sprint? How was our sprint? How how did we go? Hope we tried our hands on Azure, but I see so before we go into this planning, the additional thing we do today is to look at our wiki. So I want us to look at how you build your wiki. So from overview, we have wiki. I'll click on wiki, and then the wiki is still new. It's still new for us. You click on create. So it's not everybody that has the access level to do this, but at least most of us do have it here, because I think I've given most of us the access level, because some people will not be able to create. So even if you can't do that, you go through the Scrum Master to say, okay, I want. So this is where we keep all our documentation. So documentation about our project. Now, we have an assignment. So I want everybody to come and input what they've been able to research about the assignment. What is story point? What is so you can title it, so story point, or maybe we'll do that later. But typically, this is where you have all your documentation about your project. So if I come here to show us, and let me use this one. So this one I'm going to show you was also equally empty from the scratch before. It was also just the way you saw it here now. So if I go to this pin event, I'll go to wiki. I think I've showed us. So you can see the build up. So somebody typically did all of this. So it was a general overview. So if I copy this, I'll just come here and say, okay, the first thing we want to have on our wiki page. So I'll have general overview of what we are doing. So you can have your the overview of what the whole project is all about. Then you save and close. So this where you'll be typing on this side, this left hand side. But what after you save and close, is only what is on the right hand side that you'll be seeing. The left hand side is the back end, which use markdown language. It's called markdown, like just like a plain language. So if I type here now, I want to see the overview. If I save and close, save and close. So this is what you'll be seeing. You'll see, I want to see the overview. Then you can now comment under this. Everybody will go to comment under this. Oh, I see. You can comment under it, but you cannot tamper with what has been written here. It's only the people that have the access. So if you want to edit this again, you go to click on this edit, and then I want to edit that. I want to see the overview. Then you can use this place just like the way you use your Word. So if I want this one to be bold, I click on bold, or you can put double dot. If I want to put a link here, I click on that. I can put a link. Then it will take me to the link. So let's see if Scrum guide. So let's copy this link and where's the, and I put the link here. By the time I save and close, if you come here and click on this link, it will take you to that place. From here, to take you there. It's not supposed to take you there. So let me see. So it's using my default. Is it I'm sure it's opening here. No. So okay, so maybe that will not work for that. So what you can do is just to, instead of putting that in that, you can just attach it. If you just put that straight like this, that will open for you to go to the page. So that this thing will embed the link, and it's opening on this thing. And if you want to attach from your source, you click on that. So just treat this place as normal Word document. If you want to go to the next page, you press on this thing. And if you want to bullet points, if you want to bullets list, if you want tags, if you want to number it and this thing, then if you want a table, you have your table, can have. So here you can put name. In this table, you need to be like careful. Role, email,
Address of phone.
age, and just address, number, phone. So just in case, and then account details. What else again do you need? Phone, age, this.
Gender. Gender.
Okay. Telegram. and gender. So, and then you continue to fill. So you won't touch this other line here. You come here and put this one. Do you see? Scrum Master at go. So like that. And then that's how you do your table. Then every other thing that you can just play around with here, it's all yours. And then you save and close again. Then if you want another new page, you come down here, new page, you click on new page, you can say anything. Meet. Okay, not that kind of meet. Meet the team. Then you do some funny things. So if you say meet the team, let me see. But my picture is not here again. This picture is
Yeah.
I've not taken permission from do so. Vision does not have his picture there, so let me see. I used to have my picture here, not. How do I go to? Is it settings now? My profile. Okay, so I just try to copy this. I can come here and put this. So you can see this is the code of the picture, but this is what you'll be seeing at the other side. So maybe you can come under it and just in case. I'm not saying. And then when you save and close, this is what you'll be seeing. And on the other side, this is what you'll be seeing. On the other side again, this picture is too big. Let me see what I can do. We snip it. I'll just snip just this side and see if that works. So copy. I'll paste it here. That's smaller now. So you can see you just play around with it. So I'll delete this. That's so big. If I do, so there was one I did. There's one I did that if people really loved it when I was doing my training. Let me see if it's still. So in Azure DevOps, for that wiki and even in Confluence, so depending on how creative you are as a Scrum Master. So here is a project that I worked on before, and this is the wiki. It became this thing for everybody. Look at my team members. I snipped all their. I had to beg some to please just put picture on their Telegram for 3 minutes because they don't have picture on their Telegram before. Just put it there. I just snip it from Telegram. I just put it there, and people really loved it. So just being creative as a Scrum Master anyway. So again, skill matrix. We have to do skill matrix then. Scrum event. I did all of this. So that's just what the wiki is all about, to help you manage your information about your project, and you can see.
I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you, but it seems like you didn't see my hand. The way you
Oh,
have
sorry.
aligned,
Yeah.
the other ones where you have pictures, then they are not like under each other. They're actually like next to one another. Yes. Is there a unique way to, because I'm wondering, just before you even show those, the one you show that has picture next to each other,
This
even
one.
this one, we can even use, yes, this picture, the way they, on a straight line from
Okay.
the markdown side of it, the writing side of it.
Yeah. So it depends on how you want them. If you paste them, by the time you paste them and you save and close, you see how it comes. And you can rearrange it. Do you
From
understand?
the, okay, from
From
the other, from where the picture showed.
here, not from here. Everything you do is from here.
Okay.
So these are the pictures. So I just put them one after the other. I did not put them.
Oh,
There was
now
no
I get it.
enter. So these are the
I get it.
pictures.
Yes, I got it now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I put them just after the other, So that's why they were aligning like that. If I wanted them to be on a straight line like this, I will be pressing enter, enter, enter. So you can be creative about it, and then if you want, I wanted to show something here. So you have the project mandate, working agreements here to meet the team, then links to the site that we are working on. We're testing this site for the person. So I snip all the links. Then again, our login details. I don't want it to be something that everybody could go on to, but at least I know nobody comes here too often over time. So so that I myself I don't forget. And this was a general email for us. And then if you now want to have if you want to have to have save and close. So instead of new page, maybe you have a new page. Now say maybe you have a main page. Let's say main page. You can now have a child play under this main page, and you can move this around. So I want this to, I don't want this. You can, if you just move it like this, once you move it and it's showing green, then that's been moved. But I want this main page now. If I want a sub page under this main page, I'll click on these three dots. No, I will not come to new page. To have a child's play under this, just like we have our epic feature and PBI. So I want a child play here. I'll be child page. I'll click on sub page. I'll now say sub page or child play. Child play, that's this guy be Chalky. Child page. Say save and close. So that will be under this one, and you can bring it in. So by the time you see this drop down or side drop or what drop down or side drop, you know that this guy is carrying something. Then you can click it to bring it out. So what I want us to do is for every one of us, what the assignment that we've done. This what is what is user story and what that was. The thing that we found out, let's come and create a page here. You can create it with your name, you can create it whatever you want. Let's put in what we find out, what our assignment. Let's submit it here. Do we understand?
Yes, I do.
So let me see that everybody can do that. Let me go to Teams. Hold on. Organization. Then. So these two people have not. I don't know why this person is saying this person has not signed in. So you have basic. You have basic. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one more basic that is. So everybody here has basic. So everybody here can do that. So we still have one more basic that we can use. So everybody here, if you are not on basic, you may not be able to do that, but everybody here has the basic access, so you can be able to do that. So that's what I just wanted to run us through before we do our review today. So let's go to our review quickly. Or is there any question?
Yeah, I wanted to know, is it the same thing with the spike you sent us? What you asked us to do now? Because it's a form of a research. Would that be regarded as a spike?
No. Spike is just for you to read about.
Okay.
The spike is just for you to read. And if you want any discussion, if you bring it up, we can discuss it.
Okay.
So spike is just a piece of work that needed more insight into. So it can be it's just a piece of this thing. We don't know much about this. So it's a spike. Then if we know more, we can now be able to say, okay, these are the kind of user stories that come out from me. So people deal with spike in different ways. Some estimate spike, some don't, some just allocate time to it, so different kind of this thing. So just that one was not part of the assignment. So the assignment is the one for user story estimation and relative estimation. So I believe we know what to do, right? So you come in here, you click on wiki, then you click on new page. You click on new page, title your page, whatever you want to title it, wherever you have your work. So two things that you can do. Either you copy your work and you paste it here. So, or if you have it saved on your device, you can attach it. So if my work was saved on my device, I say Jira story from architecture review. This one my organization hopes no be thing. So I can attach that, and when you come, you like say it looks like see I've deleted it. Let me do that again. I'll click on new page, click on my work. I can title it my work, and like click on this. My work is here, GitHub actions. So let's put that. Okay, maybe because I've not saved it. So let me save it. I'm sure it's because I've not saved it. Because I've not saved it. So I'll close it and I'll come here. If I click on it, it will download the page for me. and then you can now open it. I don't want that, so let me just go back and that's one way you can do it. Or you can copy your work. You can copy what you find out about user story or what have you not. You can just copy your work. If you've I think there's a place I did it. Let me look for it. So the main thing here, just for us to have that, to be conversant with it, what user story is. For example, my work. So what is user story? What is so I can make sure there's space, just normal. This is normal typing where on this thing. What is user story and how is it used? So I've given it that. If I want this to be bold, or I want to increase it to a header like that. So and then I want this to go down more. Just save and close. And this is what you'll be seeing. Right? Is that in order?
So, are you expected to respond to somebody's page, or you got to put in your new page at every time? Can you write on somebody's page?
No, you put your own page because you have the access now. You can write on somebody's page.
Okay.
But we've talked about respect and this thing.
Okay.
If you can write on somebody's page if you ask them for permission and you are giving.
Okay.
But otherwise, just set up your own page. There's no limit to the page you can set up, so you can play around with it. Have a new page, so no need to go to another person's page. If you want to go to the page, you can see it from here, and then just comment on it.
Okay.
And say, oh, I thought this is shouting. I'm shouting at the person I'll be. I think you got it all mixed up. So you can comment here under it. You don't need to open this, or you can even call the person and say at Vincent, and you just add. If you send the message to Vincent, since you know that it's Vincent that owns it, and then Vincent will see it and maybe change whatever is there. Or that's one way of doing it. Or you can call him anywhere and say, oh, what you wrote, blah, 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 blah. So, but you don't just go and override what somebody else has done. So quickly, let's go to our work for today. That's what I wanted to show us in addition to what we're doing. So next one we'll be looking at dashboard. So after dashboard, I think that will be most basic things all done about Azure DevOps. So it's now time for our sprint review. So I'll hand over to our Scrum Master to guide us through the sprint review.
Okay. Good evening, everyone, once again. And I think I'll just have to share my screen to go into the review.
Thank you. I hope I'm not distracting anybody. Let me put my camera off.
Okay. Basically, should have been a document for me to do this. I'm not prepared for a document to show the review, but basically we'll follow what was expected of us for this particular sprint. Okay. If you look at my screen, we have the second sprint 2 backlog items, and all the work items were actually completed apart from the one that was pushed from the last sprint retro. Okay, this is the item that was pushed from the last sprint retro. Okay. Basically, the purpose is just to make sure that we showcase what we were able to achieve for this present sprint. And since this is a learning course, let me put it that way, we set out 4 backlog items listed here. And for each of them came with a task to ensure that we monitor the progress. So basically, or technically, we were able to achieve all of the work items that we sent to this present sprint. There is nothing much to actually look at, but it's okay. I will also want to show the way we burn down the efforts on this current sprint.
Right. So let me chip in. So thank you very much for what you have done. So like I always say, and that's what it is. Scrum Master in this kind of process, they don't really have much. What I was expecting you to do was just to introduce this thing and then say, product owner, can you take over? Because
Yeah.
Yes, actually, I was thinking of that, but I was
because I said I was a product owner then. So typically, you the Scrum Master. In fact, you will not even know, you will not even have the whole details to even go into, just because here is what we are doing, and everybody you know it and this thing, no matter what, unless you have had a prayer meeting whereby the product owner say, oh, you are the one handling everything, you are the one going to talk and this thing, and for it to happen like that, that means you are also part of the developers running things and do so. So I just expect that, oh, welcome everybody, and I will now hand over to the product owner to take us through the magnificent. That's what I used to do. Our team have been superb throughout these 2 weeks. I just hand over to this person and carry on go. But yes, so that's what it is. So maybe this is your part now, which doesn't really come. Note, you will not be showing your burn down charts in the sprint review. You'll not be doing all those in the sprint review. Technically, you will not be doing that. Nothing concerns stakeholder with your burn down chart. If you like, burn down. If you like, don't burn down.
Yeah.
Once you are giving us our website, or you are giving us our shoe, or you are giving us what we told us, what we say you want to deliver. In most cases, nothing concerns them. So it's just for purpose of learning here. So yeah, well done. So I saw the old ticket, and it was as if it was only Vincent that was busy. So if you look at each of the tickets, all were closed by Vincent. Was that by design?
Yes, it should be.
It should be.
It should be, because I noticed that I was able to close it from the burn down. That is the when at the burn down portion, I don't know what the done area, I was able to close it, but at this side, the left hand side, I was not able to. I tried to click there, I can't have access to it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that was what happened.
So how come Vincent could do that?
I was thinking
Maybe
maybe
my
you had
access.
access. I don't have.
No, it's everybody has that, and even with that, even with the basic, even without the basic, everybody should be able to close a ticket. So, are you able to share your screen? Let's see if you are clicking the wrong place. Maybe you are clicking the wrong place.
I don't think so.
Yeah, cool.
I was also thinking maybe they don't have the access, so
That's what I'm
they
saying.
were able to drag every task to done.
But
So
you saw
once
it now that everybody has the
find them.
basic. You saw it that everybody on this call has the basic. I just showed my screen now. Everybody on the call has the basic one. And even at that, I don't think you need the basic access to be able to close the ticket. But let's see, things change every day on these tools. You never know. That's organic for you. It's already doing what it's already doing what we just did. Well done.
So can you see my?
Yes. Go to
Yeah,
boss.
we can see a screen.
And sprint.
Where is it now?
Board is the green one.
Under
the green
wiki.
one.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Under wiki.
Under wiki.
Okay.
Go to sprint.
Yeah. So
open the first ticket or close this one close this one that is open now. Go to committed. This one that is open. Yes, go to no. You click on committed.
The last
click
work
on
item.
The last work item. The last work item.
Okay. Okay, this one.
Yes. So
yes.
Click on that. Click on it. Yes, and you push it to done.
You can change it to
you
done.
You can change it now. And if you click on done now, it will say it is done. But don't bother.
Wait, let me do
so
something.
What were you doing before?
I went to the done side, I went there, I closed it there.
So
but I don't know.
Where do you say is the done side?
Maybe from the PBIs.
Yeah, from this side.
I mean, from the task. Sorry, from the task.
From the task, yeah.
No, you don't go away from here. Just what you do is.
Sorry, look at what I'm saying. Done here.
Yeah, that's done for the task. Yeah, you don't even need to click on that one. Once you push it to done, it automatically show.
Okay.
Is that it?
Oh, I think I selected it as I'm the.
Wait! Don't be confused. So go to your left now. Go to your left. Keep going to your left. Keep going to your left.
Yeah.
Left.
Okay, sorry.
Keep going to your left. You have to, don't drag anything. Come to your right a bit. Go up. Click on that collapse all. Yes, collapse all. Click on it. Then expand all. Now click on expand all. So you have expanded all the tickets. Now go to your own ticket.
Okay.
And show us what you wanted to show us.
I thought this is where
those ones are done automatically. No, you don't need. You cannot do anything about that. Those ones are done. That's why I saw that it was Vincent that closed all. Closed by, activated by. So those are done automatically. So you can't change that. It's timestamped by Azure DevOps itself. So there's no line about it. There's nobody that will tell you that, oh, I'm the one that closed it. No. Azure DevOps have told us who has closed it.
So so the mistake, what I did is that I was clicking on this place where my cursor is, thinking that it's going to going to give me the list, so I put my name there.
So one thing you should have done, okay, and I want to also tell here, should I just put it on the WhatsApp? I'm trying to close.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening. Okay. So everybody will learn. And during the week too, people came to me. I told them, no, put everything on the common place for everybody to see. All the questions, anything that you do that you have. What I really love is that when you come to the table, come with something. You've gone this far and I could not proceed. It's fine. Not that, oh, I don't even know what to do. I've not even started. All this kind of thing. But, oh, I've done this, I've done that. And I say, okay. And that's what Scrum Master does. Creates an environment for you to overcome your impediment. But you have told the Scrum Master that, oh, I've tried this. Not that a problem just came up and you just jumped to the Scrum Master.
So what I would have done is I'm using this retro item from retro. I would have come to this committed.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't do that.
Click on it.
Okay.
Then you have
I click done.
Approve,
okay.
And then you click on done.
Okay, thank you. Thank
that
you.
That will now close the whole ticket for you. So that's why I was asking that, okay, was it on purpose that it was only Vincent that closed all the ticket, which you said something like
you know what I did?
So I wanted to ask a further question that at what meeting did you agree that Vincent should close all the ticket?
No, we never. We didn't agree that. Now look at what I did. Look at what I did. When they say closed by, see where I went here. I didn't know I'll have to go to committed. Okay. I didn't know it's here. I went here, clicking on it. It wasn't bringing out my name.
All right.
It wasn't giving. I was thinking it's going to. When I click it, to bring my name, and I'll close it.
No.
I didn't know it is uncommitted.
No. So it's that one we automatically do for you.
Okay.
So Vincent closing all the tickets because Vincent was the Scrum Master was good. But again, that has to be agreed by the team. Or maybe not even agreed by the team, because mainly you see this kind of thing happening when developers finish their work and Scrum Master needs to chase them around. I can see that even as on Friday, I still have to close some tickets for my product owner. I saw that, okay, I sent him a message. I can see that discussion. Okay, some were even in the some tickets were still in the funnel. So how it works now, this is that the funnel is that nothing has been done with it. It's still in the funnel cooling down. Then there's to do. Then we have in progress. Some were still in funnels, and discussion has gone on them. People have commented on that. I said, this ticket, I can see that work have gone on them. The status must change. You need to change. Oh, yes, please change it for me. I changed it for him. I saw some again that needed to be closed. So that's how most Scrum Master does to clean up. But that will be, okay, an agreement with the team and stuff. But technically, it should be the developers closing the ticket because they are the ones that have worked on it. So when the last person, maybe on that first ticket where we have analyze real work application value, study agile manifesto, create a knowledge assessment value. Maybe the last ticket was the last task. Yes, I can see your hand. Oh.
Yeah, sorry to cut you in. The thing is that I thought maybe if we actually put that in, if we drag it to the done, that means we've done that tax. I don't know that we still have to go to the committed and actually close it.
Yes, you have to manually go there and close it because it doesn't know that maybe because it doesn't mean that only the 3 tickets that have been, it's not automatic. More tickets, ticket now is the main tax. More tax can come up of it. So let me quickly grab the screen from so these three tags have come out of this and they have been done. So maybe towards when we were about to finish our sprint, another ticket just came up. Oh, I just remember that I needed to, after do this, I needed to get feedback on the assessment on the agile value, maybe just for example, on the value. So that's now if you now close it, if it remain closed, you see what, look at this, you can see this amber sign.
Yeah.
It will come up for
Yes.
you. It's telling you that you've done, or you've said this is done, the mother ticket is done, but you still have something in to do or in progress. So until when all of this come to done, before you can now successfully close it, and it will align. So you need to physically or manually come there to close it by yourself. So
Okay.
after all
Okay.
of this, so it's the developers that are supposed to close it. I mean, the last person that has the last ticket supposedly, but it's the Scrum Master to help them see that it is closed, so that we can have a very good board down chart the way it is now. This is a very good board down chart, very good board down chart in the sense that it came down stepwisely. We burn down gradually, and we hit our target. So this blue area is what we're burning now. If you have not burned anything, this blue area will cover the whole of this place to here. We were going to burn down. So on the 17th, we had this 13 story points remaining. And then on the 18th, we burned down from 13 to 10, from 10 to, from 10 to 5. So 5 went, and then from 5 to 2. And then we burned down the remaining 2 to 0, which is typically what is required. That's how a good burnout chart should be, but doesn't really happen there all the time. So don't beat yourself out about it.
So let me ask you, for you to close for those the developers, you say you close for them, perhaps you ask them, they ask you to go ahead to close. You must have made sure that there's no other work, tasks remaining on the progress. Every task must have gone to done before you
Yes.
close. Okay.
Yes.
And again, like you said, if you have any new tasks where you have already closed the tax, close the tax, will you be able to go back and open it up again? Is it possible?
Of course, you can open it again. So you can come here and say
Okay. Committed.
committed.
Okay.
You can put it
Then you
back
can
to
add. Okay. All right.
committed.
All
So
right.
let's see what happened to our abundant chart. But typically, it will give you the result of what you've done before the end of the sprint.
Okay.
Let's say we did this before the sprint ended.
It will reflect.
Yeah, it will reflect, I think. Yeah. So.
And then this is also a kind of a theoretical proof you have done it. Somehow, those developers, they may have done it, done the work itself per se. Maybe if they are producing something, they have finished producing it. But if they have not come to the board to show this,
Yes.
It will assume that they have not done it.
Yeah, it will assume they've not done it here. It will go to affect our metrics, but it may not affect our delivery.
Okay.
It's just the metric that is going to affect. So if they've done it and they did not come to say they've done it here, it's just the metrics. But the delivery is still delivery. Maybe they've done their they've built their website, they've attached it, they've attached the website. Here is a link, for example, and work done, all done, all done. Here is the link to the new site. So for example, here's a link to the new site. Oops, that's not a link. So let's copy one link. This is my company name. Don't go and steal my company name.
Can we do what a company do? Who will steal it?
So you can save it there, and that's the evidence of work done. So you can put it there, you can put it here. So now that shows you've done something, and then it's closed. So everything is intact. So each of these tickets, each of these tags should have evidence of work done. So you can upload this, you can attach something to say, okay, this is what I read. Blah blah blah. Story title, story TT1, strength, courage, and working in God's command. Slide, Scrum Master planning. Okay, if I just copy this and I put it there, and I just save and close. So I've attached work done here. So this, you can see one attachment. So if you come here, you see evidence of work done, because you can name it. You can name it. Okay, this is the name of the, sorry, this is the name of the file. So this is the size, and this is when I just comment.
You'll be down.
So you should be able to comment on this. I don't know why. Maybe it's still going to be the comments. Let me see. If you close this, if you open it, if you still come to the comment, so it's still going to be that. So I don't know what we did now. So the comment, create a knowledge base. Yeah, that's what it is now. Anyway,
I think it has appeared. Okay.
can you see it? No, I can't see it.
No.
I was thinking it should appear here.
Okay.
But you can just see the comment under it. So just evidence of work done. No, not this one. Evidence of work done. So it's commented just now. It's not showing it, but I don't know why that's not. And then it's closed. So everything is closed except this one. I thought business was going to run with the ticket. So I was the one that did the. I thought business was just going to run with them and then just close. Improve daily communication. Improve psychological safety and feedback culture. So we want that. We want everybody to feel safe, to be able to communicate. That's why I directed everybody that came to me to ask one or two things, that please take it to the main group. Let us all learn. Let us all share the idea. So everybody should feel safe to share, and we have the culture of feedback. And then we are utilizing collaboration tools. So all the collaboration tools, we have WhatsApp. We have this guy itself, Azure DevOps. And then we have our WhatsApp. So you can communicate through here if you don't want to use the WhatsApp, and we're able to achieve that. So we can as well close it. So all the tickets are supposedly closed. But this does not affect our abundant chart, because why does this not affect our abundant chart?
Is it because it's not originally in the script? I don't know.
What?
In the sprint, it is
in the sprint. It is the first item that came.
Yeah, it's the first item there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why.
I know you know what it is, but you're not able to. It's just because we did not estimate it. We did not put effort. See, there's no effort here. Yes, that is why. So all this effort here is what is burning down here. The total
Okay.
of all these efforts here. So these 2, these 3, this 5. So you can see this 5. The day it was closed, you see it here. So this is the day it was closed. From here to here, we had 5 stories.
That 5 going out.
That's when it was burned down. So
Yeah.
on the 19th. So okay, maybe let's put date, activate close date. So let me quickly do that, and I'll put is it fields now on story point, and then we want to see add new. We want to see date close.
Close it. Close it. Yeah.
Close date. Okay. Then what again? Yeah, I think that's cannot have duplicate. Which one is duplicate now? Effort.
Seems you have closed it already. You have it before.
Close by, close date. Then we want to see all. So why is it not allowing me again? Close date. So we had close date before. Close by, activated by. So why is it not showing it? Close date. Sorry, close date is there. So look at the date. So close on the on the 19th. This was closed on the 20th. So everything tallies. So on the 19th, see the burn down came. 5 story points were burned down. Huh? So that's it about our sprint review. Just like Vincent has taken us through, the product owner will say, okay, this is what we worked on, and this is what we were able to achieve. And the stakeholders will give feedback. Oh, that's good, thank you. Exactly what we have in mind. Yes, there's no this thing. The sprint went fine, and then the sprint review typically less than 30 minutes for the main item, for the main work. All others will just be filling in and what have you, blah, 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 blah. And the main thing has been said once the product owner delivers the main work that has been achieved. And then we carry on to the next item, which is our sprint retrospective. So again,
Can I ask you a question now? I remembered. Yeah, we are using the Azure board.
Yes.
Azure board. Can we do we use both Azure board and Jira board at the same time, or every company chooses which board they will use based on the task or which is more convenient for them? So it sounds as if the way you're explaining this, I don't know whether this is what your company use or you use, or
So my company use Jira. We don't use Azure board.
Okay.
So you don't use both at the same time.
Okay.
It's gonna be confusing.
Mm.
So, but I've seen company using Azure and Confluence, the integrated Confluence, because Confluence is kind of more robust than Wiki. So Wiki is to Azure as Confluence is to Jira.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
But Confluence is standalone. Why Wiki is not standalone? Wiki is
under Azure.
Yes, typically integrated with Azure. There's no way you get Azure without Wiki, but you can get Jira without Confluence. But typically, both of them, they get both of them together. So they can be priced individually.
Okay.
So organizations, somebody said in our organization that they use Azure DevOps integrated with Confluence. So do you understand? So Azure DevOps is 1 tool, Jira is another tool. So we have other tools too. Asana, Monday.com, Riley, ClickUp. They are all of them. They are just like Jira and Azure DevOps in this instance. But the most popular one are Jira and Azure DevOps. Riley is quite popular in America too. Right. So now to our retro. So let me hand over to the Scrum Master once again. Hello, Vincent. Are you with us? Are you still with us? So this is our retro board. So who can tell me any difference with what we have here and what we have the last time? You notice any difference?
Can you repeat it, please? I was just putting down something.
Yeah, so I said, look at this retro board now. Do you see anything different from what we have the last time when I was showing a similar retro board? What's the difference? Or what difference can you notice?
I can notice that the letters, the content or the write-offs are not clear, are blurred.
That's one. Thank you. Another one. So that's because we did what? We tick this guy, obscure the feedback of others until after collect phase.
Okay.
Another thing that you can see the person who
closed.
Who closed them?
Not close now. The person who gave the feedback, not close. So here it's the person that gave the feedback. We can see the person. Unlike the last time, we did not see the person. We just saw this asterisk 1, asterisk 2, and I said the reason why some would like to have that. The other. So if I go to this retro one, so you can already see asterisk 1, asterisk 2.
Okay.
This is to safeguard the team as it were. If your team is just newly being formed and you feel that people don't want to
show their picture.
Yes, not picture, as in they don't want to how do I put it now? They still know that enough psychological safety.
Security conscious.
Not security, because this is a company. This thing is even though you did not put it here, we will see your name somewhere else. But maybe because this kind of there's some feedback that have like as if they are pointing fingers. So maybe what happened during this thing, I said, the work was kind of slow because the product owner did not give us good feedback. Did not give us something on time. So you don't want to become the product owner's enemy by saying that and making sure that it sees your name. You understand? So that's still not how the Scrum environment should work. But if that's just the beginning of the whole team, can allow that to say, okay, once you are inputting your feedback, nobody's name will be showing, so that everybody will feel free to put their mind as it were. But at the same time, again, you need to show respect, and we need to be open.
That comes down to that your word. Is it anonymous? He's the
Yes,
anonymous.
anonymous. That's my word indeed. Yes, so to put it there, and then if you notice that, yeah, you now need to start coaching your team that no, this is the space we're working on. We want everybody to have that respect. We want everybody to be free to say what it is and how it is. And then so Vincent quickly ran here now. Okay, 20th. He has done this since on the 20th. He's supposed to have also informed you guys that look, the retro board is open. Can you go in to fill it? That's why only him has filled this and nobody else. Because it's very, very typical. Even on Friday, on Thursday, the team has had their retro. I was looking at their retro board. Nobody filled anything, despite the fact that some few hours to that time, the Scrum Master posted it in. Oh, guys, please, can you go over to the retro board and put in your feedback and this thing? So that's why I always try to make sure that I constantly remind my team that look, please don't forget to, as we go on, whatever you are thinking about how the process is going, please share your opinion on the retro board. And again, some team. So why it's even good again to do that early is that you see some team they have this culture that if you are raising something here and when another person comes in to write the same thing, so instead of writing the same thing, they will just vote on this quickly. They will just vote on the item instead of writing the same thing. They will just vote on it, and then that means. Or I also wanted to write the same thing. So different mix for different teams anyway. So here we are. We've said that we should obscure this till when we reach the to when we leave the collect phase. And this again is to help people to just open their mind. You don't want to read what other people have written and not be biased. So different keg of this thing concerning all of this. It depends on how you are able to now to navigate and how you are able to help your team. Different things could come up. That's why retro is a very intriguing and delicate meeting, which should be handled with utmost care and preparation to see that you get the most value from your retro. So now to get it for everybody to see, when you now click on group, it will now show.
Oh.
So, but at this collect phase, it's blank. It's grayed out so that people will not see. So when you click on group, you now see individual efforts improvement. How often are burning down with consistency in daily involvement. Which we need to our efforts. Okay,
Efforts, the
sorry.
effort to refer.
I said often. Our efforts are burning down with consistency in daily involvement. Okay. Perfecting the time boxing in sprint. You learn how to perfect the time boxing in sprint. We long for interactive conversation on WhatsApp, way to air concern, share thoughts, and learn better in opinions. So I think that's relevant.
That's timely.
We lack collaboration to learn and understand what's expected of the team. Yeah, I agree. Kudos to Henry and Zuleika for stepping up for the team so far. Okay, these are good feedbacks. So just for us to talk around, we don't want to waste time today. So now we have three. So Do you all agree with this? Do we understand, or do we need Vincent to explain on any of this? Individual individual efforts improvement. So individual within the team are seen to be improving, which is good. So that's part of the gain of agile when individuals are improving in the team. Though we have said, it is the main measure of progress is in delivering our software or result. That's the main measure of progress. But otherwise, there are other measurement of progress. Individual improvement is also part of it. And the team improvement, being more cross-functional, being more collaborative. So I wrote something down. The team are just the teams are just cooperating rather than collaborating. So I want us to take that down. Difference between cooperating and collaborating. I was on a training on a workshop rather during the week, and that thing flashed in my ear. He said, rather than collaborating, teams are just cooperating. So, and I'll go and Google that. I will do a search on that. Let me write it down. Cooperating rather than collaborating. So, for those of us that even like to put something on LinkedIn, we can use that as our to write a comment on LinkedIn. Collaboration and collaboration and cooperating, do they mean the same thing? So yeah, so good one. Though it was only done by one person. So again, now we can see that it's only one person that did the whole thing. So then we now need to vote. So if you are on your Azure DevOps, you can click on and let's quickly vote because of our time. So I'll vote on this one. Collaboration to learn and understand. I keep this one to one vote. So you have 3 votes. And I think it's these 2 columns really that we need to vote on because this is what we need to improve on. So at every sprint retro, there must be an let me read that please well. Scrum guide. I used to miss that thing, but let's check it together. Scrum guide. What is Scrum guide? Let me see. Concerning that. Scrum guide. What is Scrum guide? Open online. So retrospective meeting. So the purpose of the sprint retrospective is to plan ways to increase quality and efficiency. The Scrum team inspects how the last sprint went. So this is what I used to tell people. It's not how the retro is about the last sprint, the sprint we are just finishing, not about the entire work that we're doing. It's sprint by sprint. The Scrum team inspect how the last sprint went with regards to individuals. So this is where we can have tell your product owner why did you do what you did, or these interactions, processes, tools, and the definition of done. So this is the official place that we can amend our definition of done. And I hope we know the definition of done. If not, we can take it as an assignment, definition of done and definition of ready. Inspected elements often vary with the domain of work. Assumptions that led them astray are identified and their origins explored. The Scrum team discusses what went well during the sprint, what problems it encountered, and how these problems were or were not solved. So these are the things that you have in mind when you are filling your retro board. The Scrum team identified the most helpful changes to improve its effectiveness. The most impactful improvements are addressed as soon as possible. See, ASAP. They may even be added to the sprint backlog for next sprint. So yes, so now it is now May. Before it used to be that they should be. So now it's May. They may be added to. So we can discuss it and leave it there, but it's typical, it's good for you to put it in your next sprint so that you can monitor it. The sprint retros concludes the sprint. It is time boxed to a maximum of 3 hours for a 1 month sprint. For shorter sprint, the event is usually shorter. So that's what the sprint retro is all about, according to Scrum Guide. So it's what we should be working with to guide us when we're talking about sprint retro.
So it seems that this Scrum Guide, they are reviewing it, they
Of course,
review it occasionally.
of course. Now they are reviewing it. They review it. They review it every, is it 4 years or 10 years, something like that. The last one is 2020.
2020, yeah.
Yeah. And that's when some of these terminologies change as well.
Yeah.
So before the daily Scrum used to be where you answer 3 questions. What did you do yesterday? What am I doing today? Any impediment? But now the daily Scrum is, the purpose of daily Scrum is to inspect progress toward the sprint goal and adapt the sprint backlog as necessary, adjusting the upcoming planned work. So the 3 questions have been removed. So people that actually say daily Scrum is about the 3 questions, they are not in line with what is this thing. The daily Scrum is not only the daily Scrum is not the only time developers are allowed to adjust their plan. They often meet throughout the day for more detail, blah blah blah. Yeah. The daily Scrum improves communication. The developers can select whatever structure and techniques they want as long as the daily Scrum focuses on progress toward the sprint goal and produces an actionable plan for the next day. So you can see there's no mention of what did I do yesterday. I'm sure you don't even have that in mind because
Yes, I never. I'm just hearing it for the first
yes,
time.
that's the thing. So don't let me corrupt your mind before. It's good that before people that have known Scrum this before, there are those 3 questions. What did I do yesterday? What have I done today? What this? I became so monotonous and this thing. So they had to do it with it. And look, the daily Scrum is for you to come and have a serious discussion about how we are progressing towards our sprint goal and the necessary adjustment we want to make. Right, we've debated but it's of value. So
Yeah.
I've shared the Scrum Guide severally. I'm sure we've not even read it. Even myself, I'm just picking out some nuggets.
I've read it, but it's something I need to be reading and reading over and
No,
over
not
again.
reading. just the way we have read it now. I'm sure it's sinking in. Yeah, explaining it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let's go back to was it here? No, this one. Okay. So if you are there, you can just quickly vote, and then after that, we now act. And then, so is anybody voting so that I will know? So you click on vote.
Let me go there.
So that we know the one we are acting on. We are taking into the next sprint.
My screen has gone too big. So which one are we voting now? Is it everything?
You look at it. So we have said that we are voting on what we want to improve on.
Okay.
So which one do you think is what we should improve on? And you want us to improve on ASAP. So here it's saying that the Scrum team identified the most helpful changes to improve on. The most helpful, impactful improvement are addressed as soon as possible. So from your own point of view, which of these would you say you want us to improve on as soon as possible? Is it individual effort in improvement? And technically, I said it's these two columns that will matter: what we longed for, or what we lack. So we want to improve on what we lack so that we can now gain it, or what we long for. So typically, that's what I would say when you are using this format. So quickly vote. Let's go. If not, we have 4 more minutes. I want to round up on the dot of 11. If not, I think I'm going for this one. Interactive conversation on. So I'll put on this and I'll click on this and I'll click on product backlog and I'll put it into the next sprint. So our next sprint is sprint 3. And I'll title
You voted
it.
collaboration to learn and understand what to expect the team. That's what we lacked.
Okay, we can take both. If we can take both. So I will do this. I'll say improvement item from retro. Improvement item 1. We'll say item 1 from retro. So I'll save and close. So I'll come here again and click on this, put it in sprint 3, and I'll say improvement item 2 from retro. So that it's gained visibility. So with that, we've come to the end of our retro, and we've come to the end of the sprint. Thank you, everyone who has taken part in this sprint. Hope you had a nice time. So tomorrow, we're going into another sprint planning, and our product owner, if she can come up with anything she wants us to work on, fine. If not, maybe we are going to do, or maybe we just tell her to try and see if she can get just as we've done for Scrum Master, maybe we do it for business analyst. So if she can from now to tomorrow, see if she can try her hands to raise some epics on how to become a business analyst, epic, feature and PBI. If not, we can do it together tomorrow on the call. So are you able to do that?
Is she here with us?
I hope so.
Zulika?
Hello.
Okay, yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
tired. It's Ramadan,
know.
so I'm fasting.
Oh, all right, that's
I'm
true.
doing
Oh,
8 days of Ramadan, so I've
okay.
not been able to sleep very well because I still have to wake up in the next 2 hours to
In the
pray.
next
Oh,
few hours. Oh, let's round
Yeah,
up and
so
go.
I've been
So
so
yeah,
sleeping.
we can
so
do it tomorrow.
yeah,
But
we'll
we
do it
can do it
tomorrow.
together, but I will
Yeah.
still do a lot and see. I will present to see. I can only try, you understand?
Don't
It's
worry,
not
don't
that I'm
worry.
a professional one, but I can only try.
That's it. Yeah, of course. Don't worry, we'll do it together tomorrow. So everybody
Yeah.
sees it.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So that's
So
it tonight.
I was a bit sleeping as well. I'm really sorry.
Right. So let's just round it up there.